Hi, good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great start to your Thursday. Today, I wanted to share a little bit about a conversation I had last night with George Schultz, managing broker of our Bucktown, Logan Square, Michigan, Indiana offices. And if you know George, you know he is a number nerd. I'm a number nerd as well. And we started talking about stats that he had pulled and information he had seen. And after we got off the call, I pulled some more information and stats. And now today, there are some articles out there about this. What I'm not going to talk about is an exodus out of the city. I'm not going to talk about everyone fleeing the urban market to go to the suburbs. What I am going to talk about is how we are approaching our listings currently. And what we can't forget is what our fall market is like in Chicago. Yes, it's been a crazy spring and a crazy summer because of the pandemic. And what happened is it pushed spring into summer. But what we can't expect is for this to continue into the fall. Seasonally, we know that the fall market is slower, prices become a little bit tighter, and there is more competition or inventory and fewer buyers. So one of the things we're seeing is that inventory is starting to creep up. The other thing we're seeing is that buyers are starting to slow down. Now, that doesn't mean that the market is tanking. That doesn't mean that you need to run for the hills. What it does mean is that when you're working with your sellers, that you need to be careful with pricing. Fall pricing is much different than spring or this year, summer pricing. Fall pricing needs to be able to attract buyers, and we cannot push the limits the same way we might try to test in the spring or again this year as we have done in the summer. Don't expect that you're going to be able to test the market and create success for your sellers as we go into the fall market. So here's our advice to you is that make sure that when you're pricing, you are fall pricing your properties, that you are not pushing the limits on appreciation and assuming that you're going to sell far over the most recent comp. The second thing is, in addition to that, just a small side note is that we have had this wave of demand and multiple offers and a lot of activity. But what that hasn't led to is buyers paying top dollar for a property that is not turnkey. That has not led to someone owning a property that doesn't have great finishes, that needs to be rehabbed or maybe updated a little bit. That hasn't led to buyers paying top dollar for properties that are not top properties. And in Ninja, we talk about asking our sellers, where would you place your property on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being a teardown and 10 being the most perfect, updated, high finish property. And typically they will say 7 or 8. And then you ask them the question, what would it take to get your property to be a 10? Right now, we cannot be listing agents or sellers that price a 7 or 8 property at a 10 price. And that's it. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Hopefully this was helpful. Just remember, we have fall coming. Fall pricing. Don't put your sellers at a disadvantage where they have to chase the market through the rest of the year. Have a great day.